All right, I'm live, excited to be on Facebook with each and every one of you. It's Monday, so hopefully you're having a great, phenomenal day as I make this live. And I'm also on YouTube streaming and a couple of my group pages as well as my podcast. It's not out there, it's in you. So welcome, and I'm so glad that you're here today. I want to talk about stress, and I want to come on this. I usually do this Monday, Tuesday, just by myself, and then Wednesday I do my U versus U show about an interview that I do usually with people. But today I really want to give you value, and I believe that there's a lot of problems that we face. We are in a war, and today the war that I want to talk about is stress and the effects of stress, the problem with it that you're facing right now. So you kind of look at like hell. This is the hell that I'm going through when it comes to stress. Now, if you're watching this live, if you definitely can comment, let me know where you're watching in from. That'd be awesome, because like I said, I want to give you a ton of value tonight, and I want to talk about how to get heaven on earth when it comes to winning the battle of stress. Okay, so again, if you're watching, definitely comment. Love to hear from you. I'll get to the comments obviously after, but let's talk about the hell that you might be going through. So for me, I definitely know what it's like to be stressed, overwhelmed, stressed. And the problems with stress, it can cause a lot of physical pain. It could cause disease. So what disease means is you're not at ease with your body. So even though you have a stressful situation emotionally, it will cause a lot of problems physically. And we've known this from the book. If you haven't read this book, I recommend it. It's called The Emotion Code. And in the book, Dr. Bradley Nelson talks about this, where stress through emotions gets trapped into our organs, our heart, our liver, our gallbladder. And it's a very scarce, maybe lower back pain. If you have a lot of pain, physical pain, you have to really ask yourself, are you stressed, right? Are you happy or are you stressed? Now, I'm not going to just talk about the hell, because we already know a lot of people out there are massively stressed. So if you're stressed, you can put an emoji, you can say yes. And of course, we all can agree every single one of us deals with stress. It also is just part of life, right? But that doesn't mean we have to continue to stress. So what's the solution that we need to have? How can we go from hell on earth to heaven on earth? And I wrote down 3 things I want to share with you today that, again, anytime you watch me, if you know me, I'm a conscious coach, so I love taking action, right? If I'm stressed, okay, what do I do about it, right? If I'm broke, what do I do about it? I don't want to sit around, woe is me, right? Maybe for 5 minutes. John Maxwell, I used to work for him, Dr. John Maxwell, and he says, it's okay to whine, it's okay to cry, but do it just for 5 minutes. Go in the corner, go cry yourself a river. We all going to go through it, right? So it's okay to show emotion. It's okay to feel stressed out and overwhelmed. But if you stay in that state, though, that's really on you. It's kind of your fault. And we don't want that to happen. We don't want you to stay, because now Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about that it can start to become an addiction. So your stress can become an addiction. That's right. You heard me correctly. Your stress, you can start to get addicted chemically to your negative life. And that's why when we're around negative people that are not in our inner circle, we kind of it repels us. We're repulsed by it. We reject that. Or we're starting to be like, yeah, right? You know what? I'm kind of stressed too. Yeah, this has been a tough year. Yeah, you're at a party and you're kind of drinking a little bit, and you're kind of like, yeah, it has been a tough year. Yeah, you too. Yeah, it's been really challenging. Yeah, it has been. I lost my job in March. Oh yeah, I've lost my job. What's going on with this president? Oh man, what the hell is going on with this Trump character? Oh man, I hope Biden comes. Oh man, I'm sick of this country. Yeah, we should leave. And that's what happens. It's like, negative, 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 negative. And then we start to talk to our spouse on the drive home. You're like, you know what? I don't even know why I live in this country anymore. It's so negative. I want, and your wife is just like, oh gosh, who did I marry? And this is a cynical thing. Like, we will get addicted to our stress. So here is how to get out of it, so that you can have hell, or you can get out of your hell and have some heaven. I wrote down 3 things. Okay. If you're just writing this down, or just, you can remember it. Really simple. I'm going to give it to you for free. There's no cost. Okay. This is from my own experience, and who I'm also coaching and have been coaching. Finding or creating outlet. Okay. So again, from my own personal experience, when I'm stressed out, I remember a couple of weeks ago, I was stressed when my kids were, at my house, And it wasn't because I was stressed because of them. It was like work stuff and blah, 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 schedule stuff. And I was just kind of like, I felt it. So I went into my daughter's room, and she has this beautiful desk that we made her and everything. It's overlooking the window, and she's an amazing drawer. So she was always drawing. So I was smart enough to be like, you know what? I'm going to put my phone in the living room, and I'm going to go and I'm just going to draw with her. So it was the best thing ever, because she was like so thrilled that I was with her and that I was actually taking the time to just draw, because that's like her favorite thing. It's my oldest daughter. And I was like looking at one of her pictures on her phone, and I was trying to trace, I think it was Aria Grande. And she's way better than I was. But just the fact that, 20, 30 minutes, I drew Aria Grande. This picture was nothing like hers, but she was so, wow, I can't believe my dad is spending so much time and he's very interested in what I do. And for me, I didn't tell her this, but it really was such a creative outlet that it kind of de-stressed me out a lot. So then, of course, I saw her reaction. So find a creative way, a creative outlet for you to maybe get your phone out of your bedroom. And that's another tip too, is don't bring your phone into your bedroom at night. I learned that from Tom Brady and Giselle. I don't know him personally, but I read an article about Tom Brady that he doesn't bring his phone into his bedroom. Because if you bring your phone, and this thing is your worst enemy. If you bring this phone into your bedroom and you're literally sleeping next to it, well, the first thing that you're going to do is right when you wake up and you're still tired, you're like, this is what's going to bring stress in your life. You might get an email. I got 2 notifications while I'm doing this. And it could be not a positive email. It could be a negative one. It could be someone wanting something of you, and it's 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning. And this is the first thing you're waking up to. And we have to guard ourselves from the battlefield of our mind. This is what can really stress us out. So you have to, there's a time and a place for it, but there's also a time and a place that if you are stressed, lose your phone. Look, Instagram's not going anywhere. Fox News isn't going anywhere. CNN, they're going to constantly bring negative news, whether it's right now or 6 months from now. It's not going to change anything for your personal life. It's just constantly negative news. So if you don't have a divorce half the day with this, this is going to run your life. You're going to control you. This right here could literally ruin your marriage. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? This is life and death stuff we're talking about. If you're stressed, ask yourself, are you bringing your phone to bed? Are you first thing up, first thing when you go, last thing when you go to bed? That should be your wife. That should be your husband. That should be your children. If you're alone, if you're single, you should be meditating first thing in the morning. When you go to bed, meditate again. Share your gratitude of why you're even alive still. Okay, so this is really going to help you de-stress. Number 2, find time for yourself, and that kind of is a segue of getting rid of your phone half the day. Go get a massage. Go work out. Anytime that I find if I'm stressed, I go to the gym. I hit the weights. Nothing like weightlifting, man. I love weightlifting. It's amazing. Or cardio. Or speaking of the phone, I do love taking my phone to the gym with me when I'm doing my cardio. I do the Stairmaster. I love watching, maybe a motivational thing, or even just down to The Office, or so, the show The Office, or something funny, while I'm just enjoying myself while I'm getting a good workout. So there is, like I said, a time and a place for this. Number 3, and the last one, is focus on the positivity. You got to focus on the positivity. So at the end of the day, if you're stressed about being in traffic, if you're stressed about the economy, if you're stressed about, family issues or anything like that, just stop and just write down, 1 to 5 things that you're immediately grateful for. Okay, just do this. I promise you. Like, for instance, if I'm stressed, first of all, I'm just grateful that I could just go off. I'm grateful that I'm walking. I'm not a paraplegic. I'm grateful that I can go lift weights. I'm grateful that I'm healthy. I'm grateful that I can live in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife. I'm grateful that I have a computer in front of me. I'm grateful I have a phone. I'm grateful that I have a business. So no matter how stressful your business is, no matter how stressful maybe a client can be, how stressful maybe even a health issue is, well, you're not dead yet. Okay, so understand, like, there's always hope. And hope actually gets rid of disease. It's one of the first things that can start getting rid of disease. See, anytime someone has a disease, they're just not at ease. That's how we get diseases, because our body emotionally and physically is not at ease. But when you're at ease, and when you're happy, and when you're grateful, and when you're considerate of others, when you're focused on serving other people, it's hard to be at disease. You just can't. It's like alkalining your body emotionally. See, when our body is alkaline, we can never get cancer. Think about that. That is a fact. You can't get cancer if your body's alkaline. So what about emotionally alkaline? We have to be emotionally alkaline so that, and how do you do that? Is what I'm talking about. So look, I'm giving you some things, but there's so much more. There's so much more that I can give you and I can add value. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you something today, and there is a call to action. If you would like to talk to me more about stress, or how, if you have questions, or maybe you're just at the point of seriously some very negative thoughts, and you've even had suicidal thoughts like I have. In fact, those that don't really know me, which is a lot of you, I've attempted suicide in my life twice. Okay. I'm not proud of it, but I built a foundation on the fact that I've attempted twice. Okay. Now you might say, well, how can you attempt suicide and not die? Well, obviously the very last minute, I turned the car keys off. Okay. So, and actually one time I did, the first time someone saved my life. And that was back when I was about 27 years old. So I know what it's like to be depressed. I know what it's like to be even suicidal. But at the end of the day, though, my spirituality was really what saved me. My hope, my faith in God, and getting a deeper faith and understanding that. Okay. And that's what, this is like easy stuff to do that you can do, but then also going deeper and diving deeper, how great you really are, loving yourself for who you really are, knowing that your creator, the way that your creator looks at you is unbelievable, not pathetic. You're not a loser. You're not a nobody. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. You are somebody. And in fact, you are created unique, unbelievable. No one ever is going to be like you in the history of the world. You are like a snowflake, and every snowflake is different. Then there's no two same snowflakes unless you're identical twins, right? But even that, they have different personalities. So I'm just here to tell you, never ever think of yourself less than what God thinks of you. What God thinks of you is all that matters. And these are some practical ways to get yourself out of the funk. And stress kills. So again, we're all going to get stressed, but it's how you react to it. So if you would like a call with myself, some of the people that I work with, absolutely free. I'm going to leave a link here. And then also, if you want to be part of our free Facebook page, I kind of promote this and share this. It's amazing. We do live healings in this page. I talk in this page where we offer incredible different things for free. Just let us know and we can add you and invite you to that page as well. Look, we want to help you. We want to partner, and we want to come alongside of you and just, whether it's a stress thing, whether it's a relationship thing, whether it's a financial thing, whether it's a health thing. Look, there are people on your social media like myself that certified. I've been doing this for years, but we just want to get you a different outcome. It's that simple. Like it's not about certified and how many followers. It's just, look, I can help you. If you have stress, boom, let's get you a different outcome. You have relationship issues, let's get you a different outcome. Look, you have a financial issue, let's just get you a different outcome. It's that simple. And that's what you want, right? You want not a quick fix, but a quick outcome. And that's what we can help you do. So let me know, hit me up, comment below. Let me know if you want that link. I'll go ahead and look at the comments. Whoever says, look, I want that link, whatever you want, I'll go ahead and comment there and give you that here in a little while. I appreciate you so much. And thank you so much for watching today. I come on live Mondays and Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. Central. And then tomorrow I'll have a different hell that some of you are facing, how to get out of the hell. Look, we want you to live a life of abundance, just like God says, and also not have hell on earth, okay? You don't have to live in hell to eventually get heaven when you die. You could actually have heaven on earth and then also go to heaven when you die. So just that's the way it is. That's why we can live a life of abundance even on earth, okay? Even though a lot of hell is happening around us, we don't have to live in it, okay? It's all of winning the battlefield of the mind and winning, of course, the you versus you battle, okay? So let's definitely talk soon. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Hopefully that helps if you're going through stress. Thanks a lot.